Hey, what's up? It's Groovin Gorilla. And I just jumped off the porch with Dirty Glove Bastard.
I'm Mr. Body Catcher, Slaughter Gang Soul Snatcher. Ain't no regular F-150, this a
All right, y'all. So we have Groovin Gorilla with us off the porch today. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great. So great.
Man, now you've been everywhere in almost every spot. So with the recent buzz around your name, how are you feeling in this moment?
Man, it's a crazy high. It's a crazy high. Like, I can't even explain it. Like, I would just like take a moment to think like, this is really happening. Like, I didn't even expect anything like this to happen. This is just, it's a crazy high. I can't even explain it.
Dang, okay, so before we get into all of that, I do want to take it back because I saw that you used to live in Germany, like when you were, did you used to live in Germany when you were younger?
Yes.
Okay, so talk to us about that.
Yeah, my dad was in the military. Both my mother and my father are from Nigeria. And, you know, like, obviously, my mom gave birth to me and we were there for 6 years. And then before we moved to the States, when I lived in Boston for 18 years. And then I moved to Arizona for 5 years, so.
Now, how would you describe your childhood growing up?
I mean, I was always a very hyperactive kid. Like, I remember my mom would say, you know, the teachers would be like, he can't sit still. He could never sit still. You know, he could never sit still. And my mom refused to put me on any type of medication. She's like, no, I don't want none of that. And I honestly got to thank her for that because it probably would have mellowed me out. So, you know.
Were they trying to say like you probably had like ADD or something like that?
Yeah, they're like, I'm just like, I'm always like ready to go because I have so much energy. And obviously, as you can tell, like now I still have so much energy.
Yeah,
so.
it was the purpose of it all, basically.
Yeah.
So growing up, you said you were really like active and always moving. Did you play any sports or anything like that?
No, I played football. Mm-hmm. But before that, I was very overweight. Like, and I didn't, honestly, I was always high energy, but you know, I loved food. I love food. I love to eat. So I was very overweight before I lost weight and started dancing. But besides that, I was always on my feet and like active, you know. So.
Now I want to talk about You Got Served because that played a part into the dancing. So talk to us about the inspiration behind that movie.
Man, I saw that movie. I watched it at least like 15 times, like back to back.
Yeah.
That 100% inspired me. I'm like, yo, I was looking at the moves. I was like, yeah, okay, I want to learn that. But I was just like, damn, I got to lose some weight though. Like I literally said that, I got to lose some weight because, you know, I'm very out of shape. And between that and the girl breaking my heart, it just combined together. And I was like, yo, I'm losing this weight and I'm gonna learn how to dance. So.
Okay, so who was your favorite character? Like, who moves was you studying on?
Yo,
You Got
Marion.
Served?
Marion.
Yeah, you know, he was the coldest one, I'm not gonna lie.
He was all like, you know what I mean? I'm like, ooh, I wanna learn that.
No, I be cracking up because you are for real. Like, you really be studying the dance moves. Like,
Yeah.
you know, we would think you would be playing, although, you know, it is fun, but
Yeah.
like, you really be like, ooh, he moving like this.
Yeah, I be watching it, I be like, okay, what's up?
No, so going back to your story of you being a little overweight, how much did you weigh at that time?
I was like 16-ish, and 16, and I weighed like 265 pounds, so around there, yeah, and I lost like almost like 75 pounds, yeah, so.
Were you ever a little insecure about your weight?
Yes, I would always like wear bigger shirts, like way bigger shirts, because I like all that man boobs and stuff, and I'm like, people would like make fun of me about that, and I was one of those big kids, I'd be like, don't make fun of me, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was definitely insecure. My brother didn't help. He would always like crack jokes on me repeatedly.
Oh,
so,
Lord.
Yeah. Yeah, so it was
So
that.
with that, you said that it was a girl, basically like a girl crush.
Yes,
So what
yes.
happened with that?
So I finally, I was like, okay, I could do this, you know, and it was right before summer vacation. And I'm like, I went up to her and I'm like, you know, I've been crushing on you for the longest, and you know, I want you to be like, can you be my girlfriend? Literally. And she looks at me, chuckles, I will never forget this moment. She looks at me, chuckles. You're a little too big for me. I'm not into guys with double chins. I was like,
Oh, wow.
that like crushed me. That like crushed me.
So was it instantly at that moment you were like, you know what, I think I gotta lose weight?
Yeah, because everybody laughed at me and I got very embarrassed and I was just like, you know what? I was ready, I was gonna go home. I'm like, I'm gonna lose this weight. I was in the bus. I'm like, I'm gonna lose this weight. I'm gonna lose this weight. I don't care. And right when I get home, my mom had KFC on the table. And I remember,
Did you eat some?
Nope. I'm like, this is the time where, like, you know, me battling against that chicken myself. Nope, I'm not gonna do it. And then my brother's like, oh, you're really not gonna eat? I'm like, no, I'm gonna lose that weight. And that summer I started just running around, like jogging. I started very slow because like I was very out of shape, but I started running around the house, then around my neighborhood, and then around the city. People all knew me from just running, and that's when I
Really?
lost like 75 pounds that summer.
How did you keep that discipline? You know that's hard.
Yes, it is hard, and I think that's what, you know, started my whole journey moving forward because I was so determined, and I'm like, man, like I got to. And when I went back to school, that's when everyone's like, you lost so much weight, and I'm just like, yeah, you know, like, and I felt good because everybody was just like, yeah, you lost so much weight, you look good, and I'm like, yeah, cool, thank you, I worked hard.
Now, when it comes to fitness, is this a myth or not? If you eat after a certain time, like super late at night, does that really play a part
No.
in your weight?
No, no.
So that is a myth.
Yeah, that is a myth. When you eat super late, yes, your body's, you know, taking time to break down all that food while you're sleeping. So you wouldn't want to do it, but that's a myth. You wouldn't want to do it because it slows down digestion, and that's why you hold more calories when you wake up and you continue to eat. It doesn't just disappear.
Okay, I'm sorry I'm going on a fitness tangent, but like I'm really just curious. So you're really buff right now. So what is your diet like now?
Well, obviously I've been on the road, so it's been like, but I'm trying my best to keep on track. But before that, I was eating like 6 meals a day, you know, about 6,500 calories. And, you know, I was very structured, and I've been like that for like years. So, you know, 6 meals a day, that chicken, rice, sweet potatoes, steak, all that, you know, the same food every single day. Didn't falter though, I stayed consistent.
Now, are there any challenges you have with being the size that you are now?
I mean, in small spaces, spaces, you know, like sometimes I have to use the handicap bathroom because like sometimes the stalls are too small, but other than that.
Really?
Yeah, because I'm so wide, so I'm just like,
Yeah.
you know. So.
Now, we gotta get into your dancing journey. Now, when I was going back to like do my research, I saw that you really been doing this for like 2 years.
Yeah, yeah, I bet, yeah. It's funny because before I had all this confidence, I remember my brother and I, he actually really inspired me to like get out of my comfort zone because we would always go out and like dance, and then a good song would come out and I'd be like kind of dancing to the side. He's like, go in the middle. I'm like, nah, like, I'm not gonna do that. And then like after a while, I was like, you know what, man, I'm feeling the music. I'm gonna just do me. And that's where it started. I started just going in the middle, and he's like, yeah, see? And then everyone's kind of like, oh, and I'm like, all right, cool. And then after that, after we moved from Boston, that's when it really started getting wild because I started like really dancing, going out, dancing everywhere. And then one day we were going to the gym, and a song came up, and then I'm just like, yo, bro, just record me. I'm gonna just get out the car and just start dancing. Cousins, he inspired me. So I'm like, I got up and I did it, and then he was recording, and then I'm like, oh, put it on IG, and then everyone's like, yo, it's lit, and that's where it started.
Wow, so to your family, this ain't nothing new. Like they are used to it.
Yeah, I've always been dancing.
So whenever you do the dances like out in public, what are people's responses? I want to know, like.
Everyone's face is different. Like some faces are smiling and just like, and after the video, they're always like, how do you move? You're so massive. It's always the same thing. But when I did it in the gym first, and I did it so much in the gym that everyone started getting used to it. So when you see the videos, everyone just like working out casually, and I'm over here like,
Oh, so they already, because I was like, how is everybody not looking at you? Like, they be just straight focused, running on a treadmill, like whatever. And I'm like, there's no way I could sit there and not be like, what is happening right now?
Some people are like, because the camera doesn't capture everyone. But like, some people like after the dance, they're like, oh man, I'm gonna come to this gym all the time. That was very entertaining. It was like, wow, you killed it. Sometimes people clap. So it just depends, honestly.
So what was the first like establishment that you decided to pick up the camera and record?
That day when we were in the car, when I was in the car with my brother, and I'm like, hey, record me. I'm gonna dance. I'm just gonna put it on social media. I don't care. I'm gonna just do me. People vibe with it, cool. If people don't, it's all good.
Now, in that moment, was it ever like, I'm gonna put it on here to go viral, or was it just for the fun of it?
No, it was just for the fun of it. I'm like, yo, you know, it'll be cool if people vibe with it, you know, that's cool, but I'm gonna just keep doing it because I like spreading joy. I like, you know, like I'm gonna display my energy, and if it makes someone's day better, then that's just a bonus for me.
Okay, so I did see a video where it was like a girl dancing beside you.
Oh yeah.
They was like, he found his
Yeah, that was
dance
so
partner.
Yeah, she's a vibe.
Okay, so how did that link up even happen?
So she, like after the first video that went viral, and then like the second, and then the third, she followed me, and then I was like, oh shit, I've been a fan of her too, because I'm like, yo, she's so dope, and she's dancing in the mall too. I'll be doing that too. And then she followed me and then messaged me. She was like, hey, like, we gotta get it on the dancing video together. It would be dope. We have like the same vibe. And I'm like, yo, for real. And that's when I was like, I'm going to Chicago, you know? And then she's like, I'm going there too. I'm like, all right, cool, let's do it. Let's link up. And we linked up, made that video, and then we made the second one, and it was just dope. It was just dope.
So, taking it back to like 2 years ago when you started doing this, you haven't seen the success from it until now?
Yeah, I danced I danced the gym, at a park, at parties, at festivals, like all that. But I never danced like in the mall. And I was like, that day in Dallas, I'm like, I haven't danced in the mall yet. And it wasn't even like, oh yeah, I'm gonna dance in the mall and this is gonna go viral. It was like, yo, this looks like a good spot to dance, bro. And literally, and then my brother's like, you won't do it. I'm like, shh, give him the camera. Yo, come on, let's do this.
Oh, shoot, so he dared you, basically.
Yeah, he's like, you wouldn't do this. I'm like, bro, come on. Like, you know what I mean? And that's why I put the caption. This is the I don't give a fuck type of year. That's what I put as the caption. That's the funny thing. So it's like first time dancing in the mall.
I love that.
Yeah.
Now, what are some places that you want to like showcase the moves at?
Oh man, everywhere. Like, oh what? I want to go to Houston. I'm gonna go to LA, Miami, Tampa, New York. I want to go everywhere. I want to go everywhere. It'll be fun. It'll be fun.
Now, do you have any crazy dance stories?
I wouldn't say. I mean, well, when I would at the club, when they come up with a song and I'd be like just whining, and then it'll be a group of girls and they'd be like, hey, yo, you should do it. It's her birthday. You should like dance on her. And I had like a couple videos of me just going ham and mad aggressive, and she's just like, like so scared because you think of my massiveness, and I'm just like going ham. She would love it because I picked her up and everything.
Oh Lord.
It was wild. It was wild.
Oh my gosh. So would you say that dancing is actually like therapeutic to you?
Yes, I love it. I love music, and I just love like flowing to the song, and it makes me happy. It makes me happy. Like I really feel the music, and I really just love doing it. So no matter what, like I'm gonna keep dancing. So it's just something that's always been part of my life.
Wow, I don't know why I'm so amused that like you really love to dance. Because if you see it, like, a lot of people go training for their dancing, but they're like bullshitting, but this is really you.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my God. Now, what choreography have you like got down and you studied?
I mean, that's the thing. That's what I want to start doing because I kind of just freestyle all the time. Like I self-taught myself and then I literally just like freestyle. But I'm like, now it's time to take it to the next level. Let me start like, you know,
Not take
like
it to the
Dancing
next-
with the Stars. You know what I mean? Like,
You need to go on Dancing with the
I
Stars.
think it would be dope. I think that'd be crazy.
Oh my God, you need to manifest that. You're going to be on Dancing with the Stars. Like, you're going to be on Dancing with the Stars. Now, I want to ask you, when you do the different dances in the restaurants,
Yeah.
do you warn them, like, hey, I'm finna dance, like, we doing this to record on social media? How does that process work?
Well, not all the time. Like when I did the in and out, it was kind of like I went, did the one take, boom, 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 and we're trying to do a second take just in case. And then the manager comes, oh, just make sure you don't have the employees. I was like, oh, all right. But usually, I don't know if it's because they're intimidated or they don't really ever say they don't really ever say anything. I've never been like, hey, you can't dance here. Even at the mall, anywhere, like nobody.
Wow. So I watched the interview on you, and basically you were saying how like people like they see you as like bubbly and dancey, but like don't get it twisted because.
Oh yeah, no. See, that's the thing. That's the thing. Like I'm a happy dude. I love to be happy. You know, I wake up just like it's a new day. You know what I mean? But like obviously, if you disrespect or you know, I'm like don't play with me. You know what I mean? Don't play with me. But like. Majority, I'm a good dude, but like if you disrespect, I'm obviously gonna be aggressive, like you know.
Right. So Groovin Gorilla, how did you come up with that name?
Okay, so my previous name was just like Swole Life Born. So when I started dancing, I'm like, you know what? I need like a superstar name. So we're just like thinking of like different names. I'm like, you know what, gorilla dancing? No, like, cause I'm so massive. I have huge, long arms. Like my arms are literally like long for no reason. I'm like, I just resemble a massive gorillas, you know, and I just love gorillas. So I'm like, the Groovin Gorilla. And then my friend, it was originally the Groovin Gorilla. And then she's like, no, take out the, just Groovin Gorilla. You see the way it flows?
Yeah.
I'm like, ooh, Groovin Gorilla.
Now, have you ever caught backlash from your name? Being
Yes,
Groovin Gorilla?
all the time. Everybody's just like, you know, the history of it. But I'm like, look, you guys need to understand that, like, you can't just make it about that. Like, I'm literally just, like, I love gorillas. I love gorillas, and I dance. And if you guys are making it more than it is, it's just like, it doesn't have to be that. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
yes, like the history, the past of people calling us gorillas or monkeys. Yes, I understand, but this is a new era. This is the future. Let's like, you know, move forward into a new generation and just like vibe and just put positive energy out there. Like I just don't see it like it has to be offensive. I'm calling myself that. I'm not like trying to put it towards anyone else. I'm calling it because I embrace it. Like, you know, it's me.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, well, I'm glad you spoke about that. Yeah. Now, what really makes you want to just stay positive and spread a positive light over everything that's going on?
I mean, life is way too short. You only have one life to live. So live your best life. Love what you do and just keep moving forward. You know, there's always going to be people that are negative. There's going to be people that are positive, and they just people that just want to spread hate. You know, not everyone. You know, not everyone could like spread joy, but at least a few people can, and then that could like manifest and like spread to others. Because it's not always have to be like angry and mean and just negative, because you just want to enjoy life to the fullest, literally.
Right.
You know, just keep pushing forward and just love what you do and just keep living your life, like literally.
Now, I do want to ask you, how do you feel about the current club era? Because, you know, now I feel like people are a little boring. They don't want to have fun in the club.
Oh my God, like it's just crazy. Every time I go out, because I go out ready to like, I'm gonna put my dancing shoes. It's go time, you know what I mean?
Right.
And I see everyone like, they're like, you know, they feel like they're too cool to like dance and stuff. I'm like, yo, just express yourself. Because, you know, damn well behind closed doors, you be like, hey, you know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? Just get out of your comfort zone. Like if everyone were to get out of their comfort zone, you know how fun everything would be? Like, everything would just be so many positivity when everyone's just having a great time. So when you go to like clubs and when everyone is on the same wavelength, it's like a dope night. You know what I mean?
Right.
But people are just so like, you know, insecure or like, oh, I don't want to be judged because they're gonna say I don't know how to dance. Just dance like nobody's watching. Dance like if you were in the shower or in your apartment by yourself. Like, just be free, you know?
Wow.
So.
And how long would you say it took for you to actually become free and just really live life?
Yeah, so I would say like a good like 3 months of just like mentally, because I mentally, you got to just like, all right, so if these people around, cool. People are going to judge you, yes. People are going to hate on you, yes. But it's okay, because if you feel like you're happy and you feel like what you're doing pleases you, that's what matters the most. Because at the end of the day, it's self-love. Like it's,
Right.
so.
Now, I do want to ask you, how did you find out that you were going viral, and what was your reaction?
It was Twitter. So someone sent me a screenshot of Twitter, because I just created a Twitter, and I'm like, yo, 2 million views, what's going on here? I was like, yo. And then I looked at Instagram, and that's when I was like, yo, people just reposting it like crazy, commenting, yo, you're going viral on Twitter, that's crazy, da da da. And then what happened was, it's funny because all the videos, people just thought that was just that one video. So then when they went to my profile, they took another video, and then that video went viral, and then another video, and like all my older videos. So they're like, oh, he's been doing this, what the heck? And they were just like, it was just crazy.
Wow,
crazy.
and I can't believe, like, you really been doing this for 2 years, and in 2022, like,
yeah, it was
it's
just like
going
boom.
up.
Literally like the day after. It was wild.
It's like,
it was wild.
Wow, I love that for you. I love that for you so much. Now, what would you say is like your signature move?
The shoulder movement, just like, hey.
I think that's the one that people be like, oh my God.
Yeah, his broad ass shoulders. He's not supposed to be moving like that. He's too damn big. It's all the
Oh
same.
my God, I'm sorry. I want to like laugh for a very long time. Can you do it one more time?
Right.
Like,
Hey.
oh my God. Now, what is the song that really gets you in the groove?
Yo, honestly, I could dance to anything. It could be, if it's groovy, yo, you best believe I'm gonna be hopping on that track. It just depends, honestly. But I like hype songs. I like songs with like fast movements. Definitely.
Now, who are some celebrities that have really been showing you love?
I wouldn't say, well, I mean, like, I don't know if it's showing love, but like when Snoop Dogg reposted me, Shaq, I feel like Shaq vibes with me, but who knows? Like, he reposted me like twice, like 3 times actually on his story. And then he even took my video, put his face on it, and then like on the TNT, it was on the TNT like screen. And I was like, yo, look, your video's on TV. I was like, bruh. Because it's like Shaq's face, and it's like, oh, no limit. And then so I think Shaq, out of all of them, would definitely show the most love.
Okay, I can definitely see you and Shaq collaborating for real.
Yeah.
Like, I can see that. Like,
That'd
I
be
can
so
see you going
funny.
up there, showing them how you get down.
Yeah.
I can see that. Now, outside of dancing, what would you say that you want to get into?
I mean, acting would be pretty cool, for sure. Acting. Oh yeah, definitely acting. Yeah.
Oh, I love that. Now, what can we expect from you? Well, actually, what more content can we expect from you this year?
Definitely the food, dancing, and definitely a lot of collabs and dancing in different places. You know how I did the airplane one?
Yes.
It would be dope
Oh
to like,
my God.
take it on the Empire State Building and dancing there, like all that stuff, like on crazy places. Just keep doing it. Just
Like
spreading
a
that joy.
world tour.
Yeah,
I
world
mean.
tour, dancing in all like the wonders of the world. That'd be so dope.
Now, if you could give any advice to people who are dealing with their insecurities, what would you say?
I would say, do what you love, and literally practice on not caring what anyone thinks, and just focus on yourself, your self-love, your happiness, because that's gonna lead you so far once you take down all the insecurities and just focus on your self-love, because that's exactly what I did. I told myself, you know what, I'm gonna live my life, and once I live my life, it's over. So I'm gonna live my life the best way I can do it. So I'm gonna follow my dream and just keep dancing and loving life.
Period. Now, before we wrap up, oh, you have Miss Beautiful behind you.
Yes.
Who is this right here?
Oh, this is my PR.
Hey,
Joyce.
girl.
She's been an awesome supporter. She's amazing.
Now, okay, officially, before we wrap up, do you have any shout outs that you want to give?
Shoutouts. Shout out to my brother, my family, for just, helping me, just keep pushing me, keep telling me to like, keep going, and just follow what I love. So shout out to them. And my best friend, Evan, he's been my #1 supporter. Always videotaping me, even though I'm like, yo, hey, can you videotape me? He's like, I got you. Always going to different places, and he got my back. Yeah, I love that dude. And to all my fans and all the people who show me support, I love you guys, and I'm gonna keep doing what I do.
I'm Mr. Body Catcher, Slaughter Gang Soul Snatcher. Ain't no regular F-150, this a fucking